Hi there, greetings and welcome, fellow people with back pain issues, probably or not. Yeah, sorry I used the little doll or dummy for the thumbnail, but I thought that was kind of adequate to what I was going through. So about a few hours ago, let's see, I think it was at 7 o'clock this morning. Time now was just 9:10. So about over two hours and 10 minutes ago, I did my back in, and it was really painful. I mean, I was just getting ready for work, putting on my shoes, and as I bent over to do up my shoelaces, I thought, "Ow, ow, ow! That's painful. That's really painful." And before I knew it, I couldn't move. I was pretty much, well, I'm not going to use the word paralysed because, well, I'm not paralysed, you see, I can move my hands and such. But I was, because of the sheer amount of pain that was going through my lower back, just below my spine, it was absolute agony. And I spent at least a good half hour, maybe an hour, just lying there on the floor, unable to move because I was in so much pain. But in all essence of the say, I wasn't gonna take this lying down. Well, luckily I had my phone with me, so I managed to text my boss to say, "Sorry, boss, I've had a bit of an injury. I can't actually move right now." Sorry, just speaking of which, just need to read. Hi, yeah. Sorry about that. Oh, and I've just got my low power mode just come up. Sorry, let's just put my cable back in. So as I said, I wasn't going to take this lying down, so I managed to wiggle around until I can get the pain threshold to move. Well, like I said, it took a long time for me to try and get from laying down on my back, unable to move, to standing up. Just to say, I was basically in so much constant pain, but I just wasn't going to take. I just wasn't going to say, right, I need to get into a better position. I mustn't stay here, otherwise, well, I don't know. I just knew that I could not stay there. So I managed to work myself up over half an hour to get standing by grabbing the couch next to me and mostly using my arms as methods of momentum to get up. And as I was finally managed to get to my feet, I could only move so slowly that it was like I think zombies hobbled faster than I could walk from the front room to the bedroom. That I needed, because I basically just wanted to get into a better position where I just wasn't in so much pain, and I thought laying on the bed might have been a better position. After that, I realised why my back went into such a state was because right next to my bed was a window, and we've had some pretty cold breezes this morning, and as my back was probably exposed to the window all night long, that's probably what seized up my back. And when I bent over to do my shoelaces up, that's when it kicked. So I thought, right, next I need heat. I need to get heat. It was so hard just trying to pull covers over me because, like I said, every single movement was a task in itself, just to try and see if I can pull covers up to behind my back. But I ended up moving. I finally decided that the best place to have heat was a bath. So over, like I say, another half hour or so, I managed to get back up out of bed. Like I said, every single movement was absolute pain, absolute agony, but I just knew we had to get to something better. And I figured that running a hot bath, and getting into that bath will be the best position for me. So I managed to move into the bathroom, started running the bath. I kind of prepared a few things beforehand because I knew that I'm going to be needing them later. And when I sunk myself into the bath, it was bliss. I tell you what, it was just absolute bliss once I had that nice warm water. I mean, it was still quite painful just to like sit down because like I said, every single movement I was doing, I couldn't rely on my legs. I couldn't like bend my knees or bend over. I had to rely on my arms to do all the movement that I had. So I had to lower myself into the bath with my arms, and well, my arms was taking all the weight, and so was the side of the bath. But that, I think, helped me out a fair bit to get me a little bit more active, a little bit more mobile. So right now it is still quite painful. My arms are still quite free, as you can see, but any movement that I do that's based from my lower back is still quite painful. So what I was thinking of doing, because I looked up on YouTube, I thought, okay, how do I get out? Because I myself am a student of the University of YouTube, as I like to admit. Now, I went over to YouTube and I thought, okay, let's find out what other people do. And I got this video of this weightlifter, big bearded weightlifter. He said he had a back problem. And he said, firstly, don't feel sorry for yourself. I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel pain. I feel pain, yet a lot of pain. Not sorry. I feel more or less pissed, angry that I'm in this position and I can't do my job, and I want to get back into my job as well. So, don't feel sorry for myself. Check. Not sorry. I want to get this sorted. And secondly, he said, keep moving. Whatever you do, keep moving. Don't stop moving. And I thought, well, that. I know a lot of people will say, stop moving, otherwise you make it worse. And then he said exactly the same things. People will tell you stop moving because it'll make it worse. No, it's quite the opposite. Keeping still makes it worse. And I thought, well, from my point of view, I'm finding it hard to not keep moving. If I stay still for long enough, in fact, right now, whilst I'm sitting here in my chair talking to you, I am getting extremely uncomfortable, and I've got to move into a different position. Hold on a sec. Speaking of which, just bear with me 1 sec. Ow, 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 ooh. Ow. Sorry, like I said. Sorry, like I said, standing still is incredibly uncomfortable at the moment. So I kind of need to keep moving just to stop myself from becoming uncomfortable. I mean, I know it's painful to move, but I would take that pain and knowing that I can break through that pain to get into a more comfortable position. Most of the time. Oh, ooh. Ow. I've got to stand up now. Sorry. I've been sitting down too long. Ay. Ooh. Ouch. Ow. Sorry. Sorry, I've just been sitting down too long for pretty much the majority of this video, and that was getting quite uncomfortable and I needed to move. So yeah, as I was saying, don't stop moving was the next option. Now I thought, after he talked about don't stop moving, he went on to what he did for to keep moving, to keep active, because he was like a weightlifter. He was like lifting like pounds or doing squats or doing his general exercises. I can't remember what the exercises were. I just didn't know the names of what types of exercises, because I'm not a professional bodybuilder. Although I do a lot of exercise, I do a lot of activity, I do a lot of lifting, but that's work, not profession. Well, work is professional, but I mean, I lift servers, I move equipment, tables, desks. So lifting up heavy equipment is not uncommon for me. But considering I'm not at work at the moment, I call my manager and tell him that I can't come in because of my back issue at the moment. What can I do to keep moving? Well, I mean, I started doing like the dishes or just general housework very slowly. Oh, trying to sit back down again, sorry. Yeah, yes, basically doing general housework and such, but that's not consistent of what I was doing with my hobbies or interests. What do I like doing interesting? Playing PlayStation VR. So here we go on to the second part of the title, if I put that in. I don't think I did, but this is where it comes into my part of the show. PSVR, playing VR. So I thought of like downloading a couple of games. I'm currently right now downloading Spark and Job Simulator, and maybe I'll see if there's a couple of others. And what I'll do is I'm going to be broadcasting throughout the day these playing these games like Job Simulator as an act to try and see if as a way act or ACT I mean to try and pave my way to recovery, to getting better, to keep moving. And you don't do any more greater movement than when you're playing a sports game like Spark. But I'm not ready to play Spark just yet, because I'm not ready to do those agitated movements. I mean, I can barely stand up and sit down without, or just stay seated without getting into a lot of pain. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to try and start off like with maybe Job Simulator, which is a stand. To put it on, I don't think Job Simulator is that kind of line, but I mean it's either using the Move controllers or using the dual stick controller. Now I think if I'm using the dual stick controller, all I'm going to do is just be sitting down playing games, and that's pretty much the be all and end all of it. So I don't think using the dual stick controller. I mean, I would be quite happy to play Skyrim and just carry on doing my Skyrim playthrough. But no, I think that we need to be doing a little bit, kicking it up a little bit of the movement difficulty and using the Move controllers properly. So I think Job Simulator might be a good start. So I'm going to that's going to be the first game I'm going to play, and see if I can like do a little bit of movement around. Hi Bob Murray, how's it going? You okay? Yeah, so to try and see if I can help myself, I'm going to do a little bit of Job Simulator, and if I feel better, I am going to do. I'm going to start working with Spark. Hey, just needed a new graphics card. Sorry, just popping up and seeing all the new comments coming up. Hi, so hi, how's it going, people? So we just kind of kicked in really nearly at the end of the video, so I'm still a little bit in pain at the moment, but yeah, as I said, I'm going to be moving over to doing this stuff on VR in a sec. And Bob, congratulations on getting your new graphics card. I hope it works out for you. I had an AMD VR card and I wanted to get a GTX 180. Okay. I used to be very much into PCs. Sorry. So there's always a problem with these people. Start talking and getting comments just as I'm about to finish the video. Maybe I should try and find ways of making these videos a little bit longer. But GTX 180. Can I get this? Can I get a list of the? All right, yeah. But you wanted a GTX. Did you get the GTX 180 in the end? Sorry about that. Well, maybe you could be able to try and get it in the end. As I said, I'm about to just finish up. But as I said, thanks very much for watching. I'm just going to now pop on to. I think Job Simulator would have just finished downloading, so I'm just going to pop on Job Simulator and try and see if I can start playing that a little bit, just so I can get a little bit movement going, because I need to get back into doing some movement, just to try and see if I can get my back better. Well, I mean, I've got Rec Room. The thing is, I mean, I like to play Jumbotron in Rec Room, but I think that would be too much activity to try and because it's mostly sports games. I think I'll be doing the sports games afterwards. So maybe Job Simulator, then Rec Room, and then maybe onto Spark, because I need to get a little bit of extra activity going on at the end. Yeah, same here. I'll be getting Bravo Team when that comes out. I'm looking forward to any game that uses the PlayStation aim controller, the aim controller. I think that's going to be awesome. I'm almost tempted to get Impatient as well. I think Impatient looks quite cool. That's all. Anyway, as I said, I got to go, because like I said, I'm going to move over to playing Job Simulator, but I'll catch you guys later. I mean, if you want to see me in just a few moments on Job Simulator, I'll speak to you then. Have fun, and catch you later. I've never actually used this live stream. How do I turn this off?